will be majority owned by American investors. The new company will be responsible for U.S. data protection, algorithm security, and content moderation for TikTok. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Officials say the man accused of the Brown University mass shooting Saturday is also the gunman who killed an MIT professor on Monday. Police say the suspect, 48-year-old Claudio Neves Valente, was found dead of suicide Thursday in a New Hampshire storage unit. Officials say Valente was a Portuguese national. Now President Trump has suspended the nation's green card lottery after authorities said Valente entered the country in 2017 through the lottery immigrant visa program. A NASCAR Hall of Fame nominee, driver Greg Biffle, has died in a plane crash at a North Carolina airport. Joshua Green says he was golfing nearby when he saw the aircraft flying dangerously low.
The plane nosedived into the ground, a mushroom-like explosion, and we felt the heat. We were probably within 100 yards of the crash.
Kathy Park reports Biffle's wife and children were among the 7 killed when the private plane crashed while trying to land at Statesville Regional Airport north of Charlotte.
The victim's family is releasing a statement calling Greg and his wife Christina devoted parents and active philanthropists, remembering their daughter Emma as a kind soul and son Ryder as active, curious, and infinitely joyful.
Biffle had driven for NASCAR for 18 years. He was 55. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local, daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is WOON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning, Coffee Ann, once again here on WOON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning on Friday morning, December the 19th. My name's Joe Callahan. Across the table from me, we'll say hello to Dave Richards. Hello, Dave Richards.
You're Joe Callahan, aren't you?
That's me. I've been that way for quite a number of years now.
Okay.
I've never used an
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Lovely day.
We expect Melissa Murray to be joining us, and Rich Lane from American Legion Post 85 will join us around 8:30
and some lively
this morning.
Conversation will ensue.
And before we get to that, our first segment sponsor is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. So Dave gets all the email inbox stuff from the chamber. What do you see, Dave?
I have my list out in front of me right now, and on the list we see January 7th, which isn't so very far away right now. Eggs and Issues breakfast featuring House Speaker Joseph Sicarchi. It'll be 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning at the Kirkbrake Country Club in Lincoln. If you got your emails because you're a member, then all you do is click on the Register Today link and you are registered, and it's just like that. Very, very nice. If not, then you got to call 334-1000. Also coming up in January, we have 2 things going on January 21st. How to choose the right marketing channels for your business on January 21st from noon to 1. That's a virtual meeting. Kind of neat. You don't even have to leave the office. And, I mean, when you had to do it that way, it got really old, right? But now it's kind of refreshing. Oh, I don't have to worry about travel time. I don't have to spend gas.
That's right.
So anyway, but the Businesses Brewing Network pop-up is coming up later that day for those who really want to. At the Narragansett Brewing Company, I want to go to this.
They didn't say they're giving out free samples, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Well, whatever. I've paid for my Narragansett all my life. But anyway, 5 to 7 is when that's happening on the 21st of January. And then Welcome Wednesdays back in February on February the 4th. They have a new member experience survey going out, I see in my inbox over here. And the survey takes approximately 15 minutes to complete, covers areas as general information about your business, make sure that everything's all up to date. I had to do that one time with them because we started off as just the radio station. Then we had to add on to the other stuff, the TV and the... and like that. So, because business just dictates that you must continue to grow and do neat things and like that. Before you know it, last night at the Woonsocket High School auditorium, we were recording the concert for broadcast. I couldn't believe we had like 5 cameras all over the place, robotic labels, and the lights in the... It was one of those things. usually we would have staffed cameras in these events, right? But way up in the back, we now have robotic cameras, Joe.
Ooh.
And usually you would have a staffer up there pointing the camera and stuff like that. But the number of people who want to point cameras for us has reduced because people just think that, no, I'd rather own the company rather than point a camera and work my way up. But that's the way things are these days. So I had to actually go into the ON TV truck and pull out a couple of orange traffic cones to put near the feet of the tripod to be sure nobody would trip over the tripod in the dark.
Nice.
Well, as I say, businesses keep changing, and you need an advocate. Remember, first thing coming up, was it the first day? It is January 1st this year, right, that they swear in or swear at or convene the first the new legislative session, right?
On a Thursday?
Is it Thursday?
It's a
sure.
Thursday this year.
I think I was. Melissa will straighten us out on that. There's some sort of rule, and I've forgotten what it is. But the 1st of January, they'll be back again. The state will be quaking in its boots again, as it is no longer safe until they finally pass the budget and adjourn in haste. In the meantime, you never know what those buggers are going to come up with down there. And the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce will keep a weather eye peeled and alert you to any approaching danger. That's all part of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce's mission of advocacy and help in your business. 334-1000 is the number to call to join up.
Thanks, Dave. All right, we mentioned this yesterday. I mentioned this yesterday. And if you haven't had a chance to drive on 146 north or southbound as you go over Sales Hill Road, it's a real pleasure. And when the DOT came out 4 years ago, and basically said, well, we're going to do this entire project from
will be pain, boys
from Route
and
295 all the way to the Mass border. I'm like, it's just going to be so rough driving on 146 over the next 3 to 4 years. And I was right.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And but now that the 2 lanes in both directions are there, it's
is that what's happened?
Yes,
the full flyover bridge is being utilized.
It's such a pleasure.
Wow,
Melissa, have you driven on 140?
Yes.
Isn't it? Aren't you excited about it?
Yesterday I did.
Things you get excited about, and isn't it great?
So, do you remember when I said that the first lane of the flyover when opened up, and when I drove over, I was like, wee.
Yes,
that's what I did yesterday.
Okay,
I was like. Wee,
because now you
2 lanes. No, you don't understand. The 2 lanes are now open.
That's right.
Well, that makes a big difference.
Not
now people
line.
are not slamming on the brakes all
right.
the time because they're afraid.
Yes,
and you're not in that long line to go over the bridge
that everybody cuts into anyway.
Yes, and I always like to play the game. Can I beat the truck by going to the right, and maybe I'll hit the light green? And sometimes I won.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. I played that game too.
But okay. But
I've
to be able to go over with the 2 lanes and no one line and wide open space. Well, not. And so, it's open spaces.
It's 4 lanes wide with a little margin for error.
And then when you go on to 146, when you come into Park Avenue, they've opened up that second lane. So, At the light.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
no more one line.
Go over. Yeah.
They still got the Jersey barriers that separate north and south.
Yeah, of course.
So that's probably going to be permanent.
Otherwise, there would be some bad things happening.
Crashing.
I hope. Yeah. I hope they're going to pave it. It's all bumpy.
It is kind of bumpy.
It's more than kind of bumpy.
Wouldn't it?
It's more than kind of bumpy.
Well, they're not done with the whole project yet. And they say it's going to be completed sometime in 2026. And they still got to get down to the Route 295, 146, 99
That's
mess.
Always been awful. But
and they say they're going to work on that. Okay. That'll be the next big pulling out your hair project kind of thing going.
I just hope that they pave it because it's patchy.
Yeah.
Well, she drives a little Mini, you know.
Oh, I know.
She feels every bump.
I feel every bump.
All right. Well, we're very it's a
nice car.
Wait till you drive on it, Dave. You're like, where's this been all my life?
Looking forward to it. But so many people were saying, they're saying they'll never finish this in 2026. Yes, they will.
Well, the 146 part is finished, so that part's great. All right, boy, it's just been a bizarre week with the whole Brown University thing.
Yeah.
Looks like it's culminated last night with the death of the person they believe is the shooter. Claudio Manuel Nieves Valente. There was a press release put out, a combined press release by Providence Mayor Brett Smiley, Attorney General Peter Nerona, the Providence Police, the Rhode Island State Police, the Boston Division of the FBI, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Rhode Island.
And then Governor McKee
All
put
together.
a Me Too out right after
Did he?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. What do we have to tell you? Is that Neves Valente, who's 48?
This guy obviously had something foul on his mind, and he went out and worked his plan, and then he ended up doing away with himself because I guess he didn't want to be caught.
He was a
They were closing him
legal
up.
permanent resident of the United States. He arrived in the U.S. August of 2000 as an F1 student at Brown University and subsequently obtained U.S. lawful permanent residency, but not until 2017.
He did that in the lottery.
And but while at Brown, he was enrolled in a doctoral program, but subsequently withdrew from the university. Doesn't say why. Maybe you could just get too tough, or other things come up and like that. But what's bizarre is, first they said, well, the shooting in Brookline is not related to Brown,
no, that's not
and
true.
now it is.
Everybody knew that.
I'm like, okay.
Well, everyone suspected that.
Now the professor at MIT was 47, so it looks like these guys might have known each other, going to school together.
They did.
Okay,
They were in the same class.
but doesn't mean you know them though.
Well, I'm just saying.
So has he had a
It has been
vendetta?
announced. It has been announced that
But
they were
has
in the
he?
same class.
Did he have a vendetta against this guy, going back to their school days?
Well, Joe,
Was he jealous?
we don't need to know all this
No,
stuff, do we?
no, I need to know this stuff.
Oh.
So, and I'm never going to know because he's passed away.
All that we
why
really
was he
need
shot?
to know, in my opinion, is that we have one less very disturbed individual with a gun out there that we have to be afraid of.
That part's true.
And that is the most important thing you have to convey to the people, in my opinion.
Well,
I knew they were closing in on him.
I think he knew that too. It's something
Yeah,
to do with
right.
the rental car, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
They were
okay.
very, very close. I had some conversations last night, and then it was going to happen. So
Well, this
yeah.
is what happens when you have the Rhode Island State Police, the Providence Police, and the FBI all working together on the thing, because you have resources beyond the average criminal's imagination. And then when you include a little God-sent luck into it all, and the help of the public, you end up with an apprehension. Well, this wasn't actually an apprehension, but they. If they could have found him a little sooner, maybe they could have stopped him from killing himself. But he wouldn't have had much of a life anyway. Not after this.
yeah, right.
Even if they closed in on him, he probably still would have shot himself. If he, even if he didn't make it to the storage unit, maybe in his car or something. That was, his plan all along to
Could be.
take care of that
Could be.
situation. There are still questions of, how did he get into the building? How did he get out of the building? When he was there in 2003, 2004, they said he was in this building a lot as the student.
Right.
But did they have cameras at Brown 20-odd years ago? How would he know where the cameras
Well, they didn't
aren't?
have.
Right.
They didn't have the cameras
he
where they
avoided
needed them this
all
time.
of the,
Right, but how would he know where they are and are not? Did they have cameras back 20 years ago? I don't think so. Just cameras have been so
possibly,
prevalent.
but I mean, they would have been really upgraded, and
yeah.
you would have.
But did he
thought
know
that's-
that there weren't a lot in that building because it is an older building at that? And how did he know that?
I don't know, but much has been said to criminals generally tripping themselves up.
Yeah, it's tough to
and-
think of everything. Yeah.
Well, it is.
Yeah, you never think of
and
everything.
I wonder if it's worth any imagination to imagine if he hadn't killed the professor, would they have
Yeah.
caught up with him yet?
Oh, well,
Right.
maybe not.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the more a criminal commits crimes, the more evidence,
they get you,
ammunition, and information he's giving
Right. Right.
the law enforcement agencies, and eventually they can cross-match and put something together, because they really had no clue as to who this guy was at first. And then now you've got this other crime over here. Now there's a couple of
You've got
things.
evidence,
The
you've got
dots are
ballistics,
connecting.
You've got yep.
The other question is, they said, well, he's been living in Miami for I don't know how many years now. Why now to decide to come to Providence, Rhode
Well,
Island,
it could be anything, Joe.
and shoot the guy, and then shoot the guy in Brookline?
But that's beyond anyone's ability
It's a scope,
to
yeah.
prevent.
Right.
I mean, back in the 60s and 70s, we could say, well, there was a rumor about a tumor, and the guy went nuts that way. Doesn't have to be that way
Not
anymore.
necessarily, yeah.
But there could have been a medical reason why he just went
Maybe.
ballistic nuts.
Okay.
It's
Makes you
possible.
wonder, what was he? what was he doing?
And who was he trying to kill
in
in Providence?
Well, that's a lot of people
Right,
have questions on
right,
that as well.
right.
Were the two people that got killed, were they targeted? Some people say yes, and some
they
people
didn't
say no.
see any.
Well,
they
some
didn't
people
see any
say
relationship.
yes, but they're focusing more on one than the other. But the
Yeah.
reality is there's two people that were killed.
And some people say he yelled something out, and other witnesses said never heard a thing.
yeah.
Well, the gun was going
where-
off.
Well, that's true. And
That's bound to change the way you're hearing things.
We may never know.
No,
on
we
this,
may
kind of
never know,
thing,
but
so-
at least
Yeah.
we have satisfied ourselves that we're not still under the threat that it could
Yeah,
happen to us.
right.
Yep.
Right.
And
And congratulations to all the law enforcement for doing that.
who are under a tremendous amount of pressure. And if you watched any of the national news, the criticism that they all received
Yeah.
was intense, to
but-
say the least.
They can't tell us everything. They can't tell us what they
They're-
know because
You're
you
right.
compromise.
But they're so
the
used to-
investigation.
They're looking at, unfortunately, we're comparing mass shootings and mass casualty events from other parts of the country.
Right.
This one over in Florida, we got all this great information ahead of time, and the other ones I forget where.
Yeah, right.
California. Oh, we get all this great information.
Australia was.
Australia's another one.
They were both in custody.
Yeah.
Well, one was
and now
dead
here we
one
are
was
in Providence. We got grainy images and no information. And what's the matter with people?
I'm sure they had better images that were
Not shown.
released.
I'm sure there
And
were.
they can't tell us everything. You
I know.
can't compromise. But there was a lot of information, even like shared online from just random people of. Like,
Oh yeah, I
pictures
saw one that I thought was
and-
terribly poorly timed, ill-advised.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah.
you might have seen it as well, where somebody took the picture from the frame from the TV, and then they
used
ran it through
AI.
AI, and it came up with a sharp, clear picture. But how do we know that AI did it correctly?
Right.
They can sharpen
Right.
up the picture, but is you going to convict somebody?
Right.
Yeah.
And people were sharing photos of other people who had nothing to do with
With it,
anything, and you can't take that back.
No,
right?
it's done.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't helpful. Everybody was, and I understand the passion and the frustration.
and you
Everybody
want it
was
done now.
demanding answers,
Answers.
and everyone wants a scapegoat. But
Yeah.
sharing photos of people who had nothing to do with the event.
All right. We gotta take a break here in the Coffee and program.
Like that poor slob down at the motor inn in Coventry. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too bad. But we
Yeah.
need a second message, Dave, from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, and take a quick break.
Short and sweet. Happy holidays. No matter what holiday you are celebrating, it seems that somebody's celebrating something over the next couple of weeks, or this past week as well. And the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce sincerely wishes that you find in the holidays what you need in your heart today. And they remind you they will be with you next year. When does session start?
January 6th.
It's January 6th. That's late.
It's always it's the first Tuesday.
First Tuesday?
Oh, I see. I told you, Joe, that there was a rule, but I forgot
Yeah.
what it
There's a
was.
rule. Yeah.
First Tuesday of the year?
Yes,
I
first
remember
Tuesday.
being on the first. I remember being on the second.
Because the first fell on a Tuesday a couple of years ago. And we had
Yeah.
to go in on
New Year's Day?
New Year's Day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That really inflects the polar plunge, doesn't it?
I still went.
Oh, good for you. All right, what else about the chamber?
She was dripping wet in the Senate chamber, but
At least I had the heat on.
334-1000 telephone number to call and be a member of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of myself and our panel and everyone here at the radio station, we want to just thank the members and staff at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce for their wonderful support down through the years, and wish them what they wish for us.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
Have more fun this winter.
Come learn to ski and snowboard with us. If it's been years since you last skied, this is the perfect place to return to learn.
Then you'll have all season to have fun.
Go to Wachusett.com for beginner discounts.
Roll!
Transforming a house into a home, your home. That's what Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center can do for you. Kitchen styles for 2026 will feature warm, earthy neutrals, mixing natural wood with modern finishes and blending different styles like transitional and contemporary. Key trends include moody color palettes, custom storage, natural stone, and sleek, minimalist hardware. Talk to Kevin and his staff at Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center showroom in the McDonald's Plaza, Mendon Road, Cumberland, just off Route 295. Visit CumberlandKitchen.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio in Woonsocket.
Here we are on the Coffee and program. This is Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. Thanks for joining in. I think we're all. I hope we're done with Brown University for a while.
Yeah, I think so.
And,
hopefully.
I don't know what else might come out. The last thing I do wonder, because the shooter and the professor at MIT are so close in age. Was he jealous because this guy at MIT was incredibly successful? 47, full professor in the plasma and nuclear science and engineering, an incredibly intelligent man.
Yeah,
and then
tragic.
I'm killing you because I'm jealous of you. I don't know.
Senseless.
Because it seems like they've got the same. They're both from Portugal, so it's like just makes you wonder. Okay, back here in the state of Rhode Island. Former Cranston mayoral candidate Maria Bucci, do you know? Have you heard of her?
I don't know her personally.
When did she run for mayor of Cranston?
She was the Cranston City Council president.
She was on the council? Oh, okay.
And then she ran for mayor. She also, I think, ran for a rep seat. Mm-hmm. And
pulled over and given a DUI charge. She was in East Greenwich.
Yep.
Police observed her vehicle swerving on Division Street. If you've ever been in East Greenwich, Division Street is a very major street.
Yep.
And you can't be swerving on that street, according to the police. And then
she became a little.
She appeared intoxicated, was slurring her words, and then after field sobriety test, now she's getting argumentative and berating the officers. And sometimes when you're drunk, you can't control what you do, and as you probably know, Melissa, when you see people get drunk, some people get happy. I know happy drunks, and I know angry drunks, and you never know what your personality is going to be.
So one thing you never want to do
is berate the officers.
Is say, "Don't you know who I am?"
Oh, don't you know who I am? When I was on the council, and I've hired you, or I pay your salary, kind of thing, and because the cops just don't care. So in addition
I think she said something into the body camera.
Oh, the full-on face first
into the body camera.
In addition to the DUI charge, Bucci received several citations. We're just gonna start adding on every we can think of.
Yeah, right. Because now you're being a jerk.
Yes.
So we're going to.
So she was arraigned. I found this interesting. Bucci was released to the care of her husband. Well, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, humiliating.
And her next court.
21st century.
I know your husband has to come and get you, and she'll be back in court on January the 5th.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
In the 50s, they wouldn't even thought about that. But how humiliating.
Yeah. Now,
right.
can you either say what she said to the body camera, or can you clean it up at all? Because I haven't heard what she said.
It was go
Okay.
Then
yourself.
That of course would not be
All right.
appropriate on duty for them to do. So
Wow.
she was just wasting her time, wasn't she?
She was mad and she looked right into the body camera and
That the cop is wearing.
Oh
That-
my
and,
goodness!
Yeah. So now there's
She needs a Dale Carnegie course: how to win friends and influence people.
I guess she
And not
figured at that
influence them
point.
that way.
Maybe she
I've got
figured at that
nothing to
point,
lose?
I've got nothing to lose.
So
But,
does that become an assault charge now? That
I
you're-
don't get it. How can you
I-
think
I
you've got
don't
nothing to
know.
lose at that
I
point
don't
in your
know.
life?
I don't
Well,
know.
like I said to Melissa, you're either a happy drunk or you're an angry drunk.
Yeah, that's
and some people become
Got a point
angry drunks, and maybe she's one of those.
And on that topic, let's
Speaking
bring
of
in
angry-
Rich.
Speaking of angry drunks,
Rooster is in.
speaking of
First
angry
of all,
drunks,
if I do
A
get
guy who knows happy and angry drunks.
if I do get intoxicated, it'll probably be sitting down at the post and I
Not
usually
driving
pick up the
on,
phone, I
Division
say,
Street
I
needs
say,
to
"Hello, Mrs. Elaine, come get me."
Yeah,
and she
that's-
is more than happy to do
that's
so.
the
But I
best
am
option.
happy. I am.
You're a happy.
I
you're-
am. I am a happy person when I've had a few in me.
does she
I
know
am.
right away that there's a problem if you call her Mrs. Elaine? Oh boy.
But also, like, there's
No,
Lyft
no.
and there's Uber and there's all
But when you're
kinds of-
drunk, you
It
don't think
means
of that.
nothing. Do
Yeah,
you
when you're
understand,
drunk,
lady?
yeah.
I
if
do
you're-
understand,
If
but I
you're-
don't, though.
If you're like me and you, for very serious personal reasons, refuse to allow your phone to do financial transactions, Uber,
When you're going to have another
the other one,
serious,
whatever the other one was,
much
Lyft.
bigger financial transaction, it's not going to be on your phone.
It's
Right.
just, well, I'm just saying. But Uber and Lyft are not options for anybody who does not transact financially with their cell phone because they prohibit it. You cannot,
But
give
the
them a
alternative
card.
is not better, though.
But Dave, what you have to remember is you're in the minority.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
They
but
want my business. They're going to have to play my ball.
No. I'm talking about her. She probably has Uber on her phone.
Probably.
Oh my! How
And
would
she
you know?
could have used it, but
Yeah,
right.
but decided
not to use it because I have my car and I have my keys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
And
I'm
I'm,
perfectly fine. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're
drive.
just talking about that
City
lady in
Yes.
Cranston.
Yeah.
counselor.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
help
but
you. Can you
seriously, folks. I mean,
imagine? Don't you know who I am? I'm a Woonsocket City Councilor. That's nice. You're an
that's
East Greenwich
good,
now.
good for you.
the only thing you know this, Joe. The only
Yeah.
thing I can't tolerate is intolerance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Joe, can I, you guys?
Yes, Rich.
See, I'm on my way in when you guys are talking about, some of the stuff. There's
At
just
Brown,
one thing
yeah.
I want. Yeah, Brown.
right. So you were
and I
listening
know
in.
you want to get. Yeah, but
Okay.
just one thing I want to say on that whole situation.
All right.
The president of that university.
Paxson, I think is.
I don't know
about her.
She's my opinion. I think
Okay.
the lady's in big trouble. I really do. She's so unimpressive to me. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
I mean, first of all, thank God for that, the quote unquote homeless gentleman. Jim, I think was his name. But
I
there
don't
was
know.
the homeless gentleman that gave him all the
Recognized him?
tips.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they reported that he was a homeless person living in
Okay.
that
building. Wow.
And he came face to face with the shooter in the men's room of that building. Now, you got a multi-billion-dollar endowment at Brown University, and homeless people, and I got nothing against homeless, please. We try to help many but you don't know that homeless people are living inside your Ivy League
campus buildings.
Well, they're homeless, but they're clever.
I guess.
So
they don't walk up to the president saying, "By the way, thanks to the roof."
Oh, I know that, but I mean, come on, where's your security? I mean, that if I'm the parent of any of those poor kids that got injured or killed, I'm telling you right now, I'm lawyering up real fast.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, and that's
Some
pretty.
of them
How do you not know that? What kind of security do you have? I mean, come on.
Okay.
Let's be real.
And she's taking another hit. People are suggesting that she removed cameras from the building because the Palestinian kids felt threatened or something like that.
If I were her, I'd take the easy way out and just like say, "See you later."
Yeah, we'll maybe it'll go down that road, and we'll see what happens.
But that's sorry to bring that up again.
That's fine. In Massachusetts yesterday, Brian Walsh was convicted, not convicted. He was sentenced life without parole, and then the judge Diane Frenier called his actions barbaric and incomprehensible.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah. She must have been thinking that the entire time this whole thing was going on. I'm taking notes up there. This is just terrible.
Well, that's something to say, of course. But I mean, if you've been on the bench for a long time, you've seen this stuff.
Not like this, maybe though. I can't remember the last time someone was dismembered and not be able to find the body. There's the barbaric section. We're going to spread it out around the state. So now the judge said he'll have to live with the guilt and the burden of. Yes, but does he feel any guilt? I don't know.
Hard to say.
And Rich said last week they probably won't put him in a Massachusetts institution. Go someplace else.
I'd be kind of surprised.
Yeah. Well, like I was telling my wife, instead of putting him in a mass correctional place where he'll be killed within 3 months, let's put him in Indiana where he'll be killed in 9 months when they find out who he is and what he did, kind of thing. So, which is certainly a possibility. So, let's congratulations. Let's hand it out to the Old Grist Mill in Seekonk, which is right on the East Providence line.
For doing the obviously correct thing.
We can't cook the blue lobster that showed up in their tank of lobsters to serve to the public.
Well, wait a minute, Joe.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they did the right thing, and thank you very much, and congratulations. But stop and think about it. A blue lobster, when it came out onto the plate, it wouldn't look like the other lobsters, and somebody would have outed them on it anyway.
Oh, yeah, but then it would have been dead.
I mean, they could have made them. They paid for the lobster. It came in. They had to take a loss to keep the thing alive. But if it had run the cycle and been served to a diner, the diner would have looked at it and said, "That's a blue lobster. I ain't eating a blue lobster." Well, and then out comes the cell phones and the Facebookies and stuff like that, and the Instagrams and stuff. The next thing you know, these guys are being hung from a tree.
Well, okay, so educate me. What's the blue lobster?
Well, they're very rare.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well,
one in every 2 million lobsters in the ocean is blue.
Okay,
so
I mean,
you're
supposed to throw it back.
So usually, when they're caught, when they're caught, they're separated out and something's made of them, right?
Okay.
But here, it went through the whole process of being caught, being sent to the wholesale people. The wholesale people sold it to the restaurant. Usually, it never gets that far down the chain because they're so distinctively different.
Saw it.
So he was underneath all the others. I don't know.
I'm sorry. It just appears to be a lot of stupidity going on lately. I don't know.
When they're on the boat and it comes out of the trap, they're supposed to have their wooden gauge to check to make sure that it's a legal catch. Because they have to send it back if it isn't. So somebody probably had to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, they gave the restaurant gave the lobster to an aquarium in Newport, and they'll take care of it from there. So there you go. Okay. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee AM program. More coming up, and it's time for the weather forecast. It's going to be rainy and windy, according to Dave. It's all brought to us by Compassion International.
It'll be a rainy, wild, and windy day today with a wind advisory for wind gusts over 50 miles per hour for the Blackstone Valley, rain, possibly even a thunderstorm before 4 p.m., and then starting to slowly taper off. Breezy, that wind from the south, as we say, could gust over 50 miles per hour. Our high temperature today will be 59 degrees. 100% chance of the rain. New rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch are possible today. Tonight, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear. Overnight low of 25. Winds die down to gusts over 40 miles per hour. Another 1/10 of an inch of rain is possible overnight. Saturday's weather, sunshine with a high of 38. Sunday, mostly sunny and 44. Monday, sunshine and 33. On Tuesday, a 60% chance of snow likely, especially in the early part of the day, and possibly mixed with rain. Mostly cloudy, high of 38 Tuesday. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 40. That's Christmas Eve day. And on Christmas Day itself, the projection is for a partly sunny sky with tiny chance of rain or snow.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio right here on Park Avenue, we've got cloudy skies. Rain, Rich, any rain on your way in? Little drizzle on the way in, and a temperature reading of 56 degrees. Imagine a child in extreme poverty waiting over 365 days to be sponsored. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
Wow. Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
How long has it been since you replaced your floorings or rugs? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, over 25 years? If it's been a long time, then a trip to PT Floor Covering is in order. With more than 25 years of satisfied customers in the Woonsocket area, PT Floor Covering can give you the flooring you want today with the freedom to pay for it over time. From carpeting to laminate flooring to vinyl flooring to hardwoods, PT Floor Covering has what you're looking for. See their 5-star reviews online at ptfloors.com. PT Floor Covering, 91 North Main Street, Woonsocket.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
ON Worldwide.
All right, Coffee Ann on ON Radio. This segment of Coffee Ann, as you just heard, sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Rich Elaine, who's here on Fridays to give us a nice little update on what's going on at American Legion Post 85.
Well, we're still there.
Oh, excellent.
That's
Glad to hear it.
It's always a good thing, right? But, yeah, I mean, right now, like I said last week, things slow down a little bit during this time of year. Everybody's busy with their holidays. We're having our Christmas party there tomorrow night, which I will be in attendance. And I'm sure, as I said earlier, Mrs. Elaine will be there with me. She does not imbibe. Mm-hmm. I will. Mm-hmm. So she will be driving tomorrow night. But, yeah, we got our Christmas party tomorrow night, and got a few fun things going on there. And we got a coat drive currently going on now. We're collecting coats for homeless veterans. And there are 2 people out there that are probably listening on the radio right now that I'm not going to say their names right out loud because I don't want to embarrass them. But the both of you know who you are, and the blankets you have donated so far are actually warming people up already, so thank you very much for that. I also got a real nice donation here this morning from Sheila Santa for Post 85. So Sheila, thank you so much for your donation to the Post. And, everything we do out of there, I mean, money is everything, right? I mean, you can't do anything without money. Sure. So anytime anybody donates anything like this, we make sure it goes to a program that is for veterans. And myself and the commander, Rob Lafort, we're very dedicated to that. Whenever we get any outside donations like this, whatever function we got coming up that's going to help veterans, whether it be a blanket drive, coat drive, food drive, whatever we decide to do, it's definitely going to help a veteran in need. So feel confident in that if you ever do give a donation to the Post. And if all else fails, it goes to the courtesy car, which transports our veterans to and from their medical appointments. So that's pretty much what we do with any donations like this that we get. So once again, Sheila, thank you very much. And if anybody else feels the need, I guess if you wanted to drop a donation off here at the radio station, you most certainly can. Or you can come right down to American Legion Post 85 at 870 River Street and say, here, make sure Rich gets this. And the bartenders will do that. So once again, thanks very much for everybody that gives the donations. And, for the upcoming... Oh, Dave.
Yes?
I submitted at your guidance, I did submit my raffle paperwork, and I got approved.
Ooh.
So I can mention this now.
There you go.
Yes. So next year, and I'm putting all the dates together right now. But I got this beautiful framed autographed jersey that's 33 by 39, and it's framed up, and it's autographed jersey of David Pasternak.
No.
Yeah. Beautiful piece.
This guy's got connections.
Hey,
I'll tell you.
But we're going to be raffling that off.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're going to be raffling that off next year.
Are you going to do it at a pasta supper?
Yeah, we are, as a matter of fact. We are. Look at that. What? Now that you say that, that's all being...
Man after my own heart.
That's being planned in February of next year, because we have one of our... World War II veterans that passed away a few months back, Mike Notarangelo, at the age of 99 and a half.
Sure.
And his birthday is right around the end of February, beginning of March. So we're going to have a nice March. Yeah, how you tell how you tell I'm from New England, my French, by the way I spoke there, me.
Yeah.
But toward that time period, we're going to have a spaghetti supper in Mikey's honor. We are going to celebrate his 100th birthday. There's no doubt about that.
Nice.
So we're going to have a spaghetti supper around that time period, and we're going to do something else very, very special in his name, too. So
glad to hear it.
But, all sorts of nice stuff like that going on. And when I got more particulars about the raffle, and I'll get a picture of the jersey that we'll be able to put up on the screen and the whole bit. So, but if you're interested in buying tickets for that Pasternak jersey, they're going to be on sale at the Post starting tomorrow, and the tickets are 1 for $5 or 3 for $10, and we'll be doing that drawing at the end of February. So you got plenty of time, and I'm going to keep announcing it when I come on the show on Fridays. So, and that's pretty much about it.
All right, cool. Very good, Rich. Thank you very much for that. And let's see, other things going on. And, by the way, the Blue Lobster made our national news. So,
okay.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
All right. Now, people have their opinions about the ICE people, the custom enforcement agents and things like that. Either you love them or you hate them, it seems. But down in New Orleans, all right, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill is reporting the discovery of a voodoo doll.
I guess that's not somebody who loves him.
Right. Depicting an immigrations and custom enforcement agent. We're going to put little needles into the voodoo doll. The felt
voodoo doll in New Orleans? Really?
Yeah, go figure, right? The felt doll was found tied to a tree on Magazine Street in the uptown area of New Orleans.
There.
If you know, really? Really? How about that?
Yeah, Magazine Street, yes.
Where the ongoing federal roundup of illegal immigrants has led to protests. The doll wears clothes labeled ICE and has a lot of pins shoved into it. Murrill stated that it's a sign of desperation that, quote, pro-illegal immigration radicals, unquote, are having to resort to voodoo dolls. No report on if any of the ICE agents are hurt.
Like they're not running around going, ouch, 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 all
right.
over the place. So
yeah. Well, some people, they really believe in this.
Stuff. They wouldn't be laughing if they were listening to us. Some people really are on board with this.
Serious stuff. So they really think this is going to help somehow.
So like Magazine Street, there's a lot of little shops and restaurants there.
Okay.
I just walked. I was just there for a conference in New Orleans, and I did walk on Magazine Street. So it's like kind of like an artsy, kind of like a Huff Street.
Lots of trees?
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Okay. I wish it doesn't say how big the voodoo doll is, but what are they, typical?
But there's a lot of
8
I don't know. I've not actually seen like a real voodoo doll, but you can't be surprised that there's a voodoo doll in New Orleans, right?
Well, no, I'm just surprised it's labeled ICE and it's got all sorts of pins shoved in it and hung in a tree.
I was down in New Orleans, actually twice. One was for Katrina, which was a very sad situation, but I was there earlier, it was in the 80s. And I was down there during Mardi Gras time, and of course you got all the Mardi Gras parades, and they're pretty neat to watch and everything. But the Zulu parade goes through, and I guess it would all, if my memory serves me correct, it all depends on what color coconut where they were throwing real coconuts out there.
Aren't
And
they
it all
brown?
depends on what color coconut.
Well, aren't they all brown?
Well, no, they color them. They
Oh,
paint them
like-
or whatever.
like-
So
like
it all
eggs.
dep-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Decorating
so it all
eggs.
I
depends
see.
on what color you got, and you could turn that in for a prize, I guess, at a local
Or like a
vendor or
drink
whatever,
or
like a
something?
TV or whatever.
Oh,
or
oh,
something
wow.
like that.
Oh, big stuff.
Well,
Okay.
one of the guys threw the coconut off the float and struck somebody in the head
Oh.
with the coconut.
It's going to hurt.
So they got sued.
Oh, of course they
So
did.
now I guess
Of
the
course they can't
coconuts
do
that
that
they
anymore.
started to throw out the following years were all plastic.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I
Knew that was going to happen.
that was in the 80s. Hey, I'll tell you, I had a good time when I was down there. I will
Oh,
say that.
okay. All right.
If
No,
you've never been, go. Absolutely. New
Oh,
Orleans is a lot
100%
of fun
go.
during Mardi
100%
Gras,
go.
right?
I did not go, obviously, during Mardi Gras. I went last month, but still fun. Yeah.
I have a cousin and her husband that live in Louisiana, outside of New Orleans. And the rule is, if you live in New Orleans, you don't go to Mardi Gras because the tourists are coming.
yeah, no,
There's no locals.
Same in
that are
Daytona
there.
Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Same thing.
They don't
I-
go to the beach during
No.
bike week and school
or
vacation
the
week.
Daytona 500.
Some of them do go.
Yeah.
But mostly it's outsiders
Not
go
during
to that.
spring break, though, right?
Yeah,
No.
but yeah, seriously, and they might visit relatives in Georgia or North Carolina during bike week,
Yeah.
or the school vacation week.
Dave's got a copy of the Valley Breeze in his hand, so it's a
I
good
do.
time to wrap up the segment here, being brought to you by the Valley Breeze. What do you see in the newspapers there, Dave?
Well, in my hot little hands, I have. Oh, look at what's inside!
Holiday
it's the
coloring.
Valley Breeze Holiday Coloring Book.
Oh, that
in
can be busy on Christmas.
Exciting black and white. You add the color. And it's got Santa and Rudolph right over there. Guess what color the nose is going to get?
You can't color it; it's already black.
No. There's a little place there for you to color.
Oh, okay.
There you go. All right. Inside our Cumberland Lincoln Valley Breeze right here. Here's some of the news stories on the front page this week. Historic Amaral Building officially reopens as the community center in Cumberland. Luz Jennifer Martinez has the story there. A nice little story over here with Natalie Jackson Keon of Smithfield feeding one of the Bonsi family's alpacas at the Chaos Farm in Lincoln this past Saturday. And there's a story and everything else there too. So, boy, the kid looks like he's having. She's having fun. We have an interesting thing going on here. Also, according to who is Costa at Cumberland High School? Oh, Principal Adolfo Costa says that the block scheduling is all about flexibility and student success, and they think that it's working in Cumberland. That's very nice. And then there's a somewhat disturbing story from Sophia Barr in the Cumberland Lincoln edition from Lincoln, where the group of Whipple Cullen condominium unit owners who wish to remain anonymous so they will not have problems with their homeowners association or the developer say that the decision of Kim Block, the developer, to step away from the 107 Old River Road condominium problem is just the tip of the iceberg. They're talking about everything, everything from structural collapse to exorbitant HOA, that's Homeowners Association fee increases, personal conflict and other issues. It looks like it's a mess in that development right over there in Lincoln. Turning our attention to the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone deal here. In Woonsocket, the mayor and the public safety director, D'Agostino, have both come out in favor of traffic cameras. Once again, there's complaints about the speeding and other traffic misbehavior. And some people are saying that no, they don't want the traffic cameras, and the mayor and Stephen, both in our last city council meeting Monday night broadcast here on the radio, they're saying, listen, I know you don't like them, but this would solve your problem. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's great disagreement whether it would or not. But that's they made their case, and they're in charge. They are not moving forward with it because they don't have the support on the council to do it, and they don't seem to have the support from many of the people in the public. But they're still saying, if you would just moderate your point of view as much as we're moderating ours, and we came together here, you might find a solution for your problem. That's what they're saying anyway. Ethan Shorey has a story about that, and also about the North Smithfield Town Council choosing mediation on the quarry expansion. Everyone knows that the Material Sand and Stone Quarry, they own an awful lot of land, and they've been trying to expand, and they've been getting the permits to do it. They have rights there on their property, but the people who live nearby are not at all pleased. The council is called upon by the constituents to step in and do something about it. The council has exhausted what they feel are their legal remedies to do this, and so they say mediation. Let's bring in a third party to work this out between the two of us. And finally, the North Smithfield Town Council also did not heap great praise on the junkyard on Iron Mine Hill Road. They're thinking they haven't done enough to organize things and to not cause a problem with their neighbors. All of that, plus the coloring book and all the rest of this cool stuff, all part of your Valley Breeze. Did you want to read that one there, Melissa?
That's okay.
Okay. Your Valley Breeze newspaper is free where you shop every Thursday. And this special message from the for the holidays from the Valley Breeze. Keep in mind that next Thursday is Christmas Day, and there will be no delivery of the Valley Breeze. Many times on a Thursday holiday, like Thanksgiving, they will deliver on Wednesday. That's not going to fly this time. Valley Breezes will be delivered on Tuesday next week, because it has been this deal creep for the last generation. What? No, that's the day before the holiday. Man, you can't work on the day before the holiday. So it's going to be on the 22nd, next Tuesday, for your Valley Breeze next week. Pick it up free where you shop.
Radio.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest-standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision-making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 465956.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Target's last-minute deals are here, right on time to get you holiday ready in no time. Snap beauty gift sets for every style, the hottest toys, can't miss entertainment, crowd-pleasing candy, and much more. All under $20. Whether you're hosting or welcoming surprise guests, you'll be ready for all of it for less. Grab them now before they're gone. Last-minute deals under $20. Happening now, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
The Christmas Day tradition continues on ON, AM, and FM. We will be broadcasting and streaming 5 local high school Christmas concerts. The Woonsocket High School Christmas Concert will be broadcast at 4 p.m. and is brought to you by Navigant Credit Union, Landmark Medical Center, the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, and by Heavy Press Graphics. The Christmas concerts will be broadcast on the radio and video streamed on ON Radio's website, Facebook, and YouTube pages on Christmas Day.
ON Radio!
It's Coffee and on ON. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Rich Lane. And you, Rich, you wanted to bring up something about blankets?
Yeah, please. I was just kind of reminded that...
you got some blankets last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yep, from a couple of people that, like I said, I'm not going to mention their names.
No,
I
if they don't want
to. They want to give it out of their goodness of their hearts, and I'm going to respect that. But one of the people told me to mention that where some of the blankets were purchased was right here in Woonsocket at the Bickle Group, right? Brickle. Yeah. That's correct. I always mispronounce that for some. But the Brickle Group, and it's northwest Woolen Mills, right here in Woonsocket. So if you want to take care of a company,
back when Nyanza used to be.
Yeah. But if you wanted to order through them, you most certainly can. They're literally right across the bridge from the American Legion Post. So what I did with one of the donors yesterday is they ordered it there, and I just drove across the bridge and picked them up. So it was pretty easy for us to do. So the number over there at Northwest Woolen Mills is 401-769-0189. I'll repeat that again, 401-769-0189, and that's for Northwest Woolen Mills. So if you wanted to purchase some blankets for homeless veterans, you can call there and just tell them, that they'll give you prices and things like that. And they're really not that expensive. So don't think like you're going to go there and have to spend $500, $600, $700. You will not.
You'll be keeping local people employed because they employ local people to make those blankets here.
That's good. That's correct. Oh, and so just call them and say, we'd like them to go over to the American Legion Post, and you can pay for them with a credit card online, and you can call the post and say, look, you can call the American Legion Post at 401-766-7585 and say, look, I'd like to get in touch with Rich, or could you have Rich call me, leave your phone number, and just let me know what you did, and I'll be more than happy to go across the bridge when the blankets are ready and pick them up. So,
all right, very
good.
And
another thing I really wanted to mention real quick, and I'm so happy, and you can have your differences with our President of the United States, and that's fine with me and everything. I know everybody, you like him, you don't, that's fine. I'll tell you one thing I'm really happy to see, though, and it made my heart glad. At least that $1,776 that's going to go to over 1 million military men and women.
People.
And I think
nice.
I just think that's good. I don't care whether you're Democrat, Republican president. I could care less how you feel about it. I just think that when any politician turns around and can find money to give to our fighting forces, our men and women who do so much for our country, I think that's great.
Good thing. All right.
I really do. I hope they don't tax it either. I hope it's all taxed. But it's probably going to be. But something. God, good to put it in there. But especially when you had this, and I don't care who you blame either, but especially when you just had that recent shutdown where they didn't get their pays and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now they got a couple extra bucks right before Christmas. That's fantastic. So any of the lawmakers had anything to do with it, I want to say thank you on behalf of the military.
All right. Out in Los Angeles, by the way, if you were going to steal an airplane, what's the first thing you should ask yourself?
Can I fly?
Do I know how to fly the plane?
Or do I know how to land the plane?
Well,
because flying, believe me, is easier.
But it's not like driving a car. And an investigation is underway after a small plane that was stolen crashed in Van Nuys, California. The plane crashed nose first into a building, though it's not clear exactly when it happened. TV station reports the crash happened after thieves broke into a flight school and took the plane. Authorities say the plane never got off the ground. But they got it started. And
so
they got
it was like that James Bond movie where they had a chase scene with a small Piper.
That's right.
No, that was a Cessna.
Well, just as small.
Right.
One suspect has been detained. LAX police and the FBI are investigating the incident.
Oh, that's dopey.
How do you get this thing up in the air?
Right.
I can see the guy sitting behind the.
How does this thing work? Up. Yeah, I'm yelling up. Come on up. So if you think your town has it bad, remember it could always be worse. Atlantic City, New Jersey. The mayor, Atlantic City Mayor Marty Small, has been found not guilty for physically abusing his teenage daughter.
Uh-oh.
All right. A jury acquitted Small on endangering the welfare of a child, aggravated assault, and other charges that could have put Small in prison for many years and put his political career in jeopardy. Small faced accusations that he hit his teen with a broom, knocking her unconscious. Now, this is the third time he has faced criminal charges and has been found not guilty all 3 times. Okay? Now, his wife, who's the school superintendent in Atlantic City, LaQuetta Small, she's also charged with abusing the teen, and she will be tried separately next month.
You know what I smell?
And the school superintendent.
You know what I smell? I smell the daughter is just making up stories.
You think so?
That's the way I smell.
He's been accused 3 times. And
3 times.
I don't know.
And the mother being accused as well?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Well,
So on
I smell stories.
I don't know.
But he knocked her out unconscious.
Yeah, I know.
I mean...
So on my derriere, I think I have like still part of an 8.5, like implanted,
shoe?
like right. Yes.
Yeah.
My dad. God rest
the
his
impression
soul,
was made and it doesn't go away.
Absolutely. There was no broom involved.
Right.
We got a call in 766-1240, says to Rich. Northwest Woolen Mills has been known to donate to nonprofit organizations such as the American Legion Post.
Yes, we have. We have been in contact with them, and I did get the information last week. I had mentioned like Melissa and I are very much at work on that project. So,
All right.
But thank you
We're
for
working on it.
thank you. Somebody else, knows about it, and that's great. That's great. So the person that sent in the letter, if you want to call them and get a couple of blankets, that's okay too.
All right.
But thank you for that information.
Well, and on top of the person trying to steal the plane in California, back in Florida, man is going to get the next 20 years in prison. He stole a Florida man, yes, in Marion County, stole a patrol vehicle, leading deputies
that
on
always
a high-speed
works.
chase.
Oh, they don't think those things are low-jacked?
42-year-old James Brady was convicted after a one-day trial. Surprised. This happened last October of last year, and he rushed towards the deputy's parked patrol car, entered it, and just drove off. Now, he says he needed medical assistance at the time. Well, why don't you just find the cop and say, I need medical assistance, you drive me to the hospital. They'll do it.
Of course they will.
Not you take my
car. Or if
car.
he got to the car, he could have got on the radio and say, need medical assistance, here I am. There's a radio in them things, you know.
Right. That's an excuse for everything, isn't there?
Gee whiz.
And ABC and the network has the rights to the Oscars through 2028, but after that, if
they
you
must
like to
be
watch
so
the
proud.
Oscars, in 2029, the whole thing moves to YouTube.
Of course.
We'll see how fast their ratings go down if they move to YouTube.
Well, it doesn't matter about ratings anymore, Joe.
Just matters about money.
That's right.
It's
just
all
matters
about
money.
the money. Yep. The partnership will inspire a new generation of
we only
creativity
sought
and
ratings
film
to
lovers.
get money.
Yeah.
And now if we can get the money without the ratings, hey.
So ABC has it through 2028, which will be the 100th Oscar ceremony. 2029 is the 101st, starting with the new generation. So there you go.
So I
go.
I know right now I miss WFXT like Cox.
That's Channel 12. Channel 25, right?
Yeah, I miss my Channel 25 in the morning, and then I know they're in negotiations and stuff like that. But I miss them.
Oh well,
I miss them.
Sorry, Rich.
It's just millionaires fighting and using you as a pawn. That's all.
That's all.
That's
That's
it's
all
been
it
from
is.
history.
Right.
Kings fought, and the little people died.
Got to wrap it up. So we thank you very much for listening in, everyone. Milk Fun Auction coming up this afternoon at 4. Dave, thanks for being here.
At 4 o'clock. Coming up next after this, of course, we have Gary Smith and the crew.
And
it's a Friday. That means the Peluso guy's here.
Oh, yay.
Yay. All right.
Boo.
A little. and Lynn's here with the booze.
Yay.
Yes. She's our boo girl. All right.
Thanks,
so we hope you enjoy that. Rest of today's programming. We have that. And then we're all getting out here really fast at 5 o'clock today because tonight's our Christmas party.
Cool.
So for the station staff. Cool.
Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
What do you bring into the Yankee swap? Do we want to know?
You can't say ahead of time.
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Rich Elaine, thanks for being here.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody, because I won't be back until next Friday, so have a great Christmas.
All right.
I got to write that down. Okay. I'm Joe Callahan. Have a great day. Stay tuned. Gary Smith's coming up next on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio.